Welcome back to English grammar classes. Today I took a topic, it's letter writing. If we see in the grammar part, letter writing carries 5 marks. So stepping towards ahead, letter writing it has divided into two parts. One is informal letter and it is called as personal letter. Why it is called as a personal letter? Because it is written to, these letters are written to the family members, friends, someone who is near and dear. These letters are called as personal letter. For example, if you can write a letter to your friends regarding your studies, or else you have scored 90% for that rejoice, success rejoice, you can write a letter to your friend. And these letters are called as informal letters, means personal letters. And in this letter, they had used, we use informal language. And second one, it is formal letter and it is also called as a official letter. And these letters are written to government office, company, firm, editors and application letters. For example, if you are writing to a letter for the editor, or else a complaining letter, or else your near town municipal corporation letter, these are called as formal letters and it is known as official letters. And in these letters they use informal language. That means it's a dignified language we use in the formal letters. As we considering the second year students, there is a letter writing, which means that application letter, it carries 5 marks. Yes, we should see the, when we see the textbook we can see the application letter. Here in the application letters, as commonly when you write official letters, you can write the enclosures, but in this application letter it also requires enclosures. It carries 5 marks because the heading, the sender address, receiver's address, date and body of the text, subject, subscription, salutation, it all carries 3 marks, but 2 marks it carries your enclosure, that means your resume. While applying to the any company or any else in any companies, you should send your resume, that means biodata. So considering the examination point of view, I had took the application letter, that is official letter. Official letters are written for official purpose or purpose of business. See, the definition itself expresses that the official letters are only written for the official purpose or purpose of a business. And in this letter we use language, official language or formal language, or also it is called as a dignified language. In the formal letter it has 6 parts and we have classified into 8 different elements in this official letter. As I said that I had chosen the application letter, that one example is that write a application letter to the office. So starting the application, everything it has written at the left part of your page. As we see in the previous days, in the ago days, we saw that the sender address was written at the right part of the page and receiver address were written in the left part of the page. Like this it went on, but nowadays it has been, the CBSE people had modified that everything should be written in the left part of your page. So starting, it's a heading. First element, it's a heading. In heading there is again one element, that it's a sender's address, that means who sends the address. First we consider, for example I took one example there. from. There is a person who named Gunashekara who is sending his resume and his application to the one office. Gunashekara, number 234, first cross, Rain Tree Palace, Andheri East, Mumbai. Gunashekara, who is residing from the Mumbai, writing the application letter, and this content should be written at the left part of the page. First, the from, who sends the who writes the letter, his address should be written at the first, and the second one, after leaving one line, you should write a date, and date should be written in an ordinal form. As I shown the example how to write the ordinal form, 17th April 2020. While writing the date, you should leave one line and the date should be written in an ordinal form. Leaving again one line, you can write a receiver's address, or else it is known as a to whom you are writing. So as I said that Gunashekar, a sender, he sent a letter to the application to the this address, to address the HR manager, Aventions Pharma, Gandhi Chowk, Delhi. This is the receiver's address. And next, it's a salutation. As you know, to the official, they should be used as a dear sir or madam, respected sir or madam. And to the firm company, we use dear sir or madam. For your convenience, I gave an example, I written example. Either you can write a dear sir or a madam, and the next one, it should be a your subject pattern, and subject, it should be in a short way, it should be in a one line. Previously, these CBSE people have changed. Before writing the salutation, the subject was written. Nowadays they had been modified and they wrote that after the salutation we can write the subject. The subject should be in a one line. For example, subject, application for the post of accountant assistant. As I said, that the sender Gunashekara, who is from Mumbai, he wrote a letter to the air managers that pharma, and he's applying for the accountant assistant. So your subject should be in only one line. Next step is the body of the letter. It should be clear and precision, should have the facts and brief, as we compare to the official or formal and informal letter writing. In the informal, we write to a friends or a near or a dear person. There we can elaborate everything, that example, we enjoyed a trip, or else we met our friends, or else we there was a farewell party. But in the formal letter, there should be a accurate, precise word should be added in this letter. So the body of the letter should contain the accuracy what you want to express yourself to the manager. So here I gave an example. As I came to know from your advertisement published in the Deccan Herald on 10th April 2020, students should examine that. As I said that the application, it's on written on 17, but the advertisement has published in a Deccan Herald on 10th April 2020. So by knowing the advertisement, when you go through the newspaper Deccan Herald, as you examine, you view that the advertisement had been published in that. I came to know from your advertisement published in the Deccan Herald on 10th April 2020 that you have a vacancy for the post of accountant assistant in your esteemed organization. See, there is no any controversial words or any expressive, just you express that Gunashekar expresses that he had saw the newspaper Deccan Herald on 10th April and he wrote a letter on 17th that he had saw the vacancy in the office for the post of accountant assistant in your esteemed organization, since I met all the required qualification and experience. And also he says that the as the official it requires the experience and qualifications. So he says that whatever the requirements of a qualifications and experience he had gained, Gunashekara had gained, and he is writing in his letter. And also at the end, at the conclusion, he says that I assure you, sir, if I am selected, I will do my best. So last, in one word, he concludes that I assure you, sir, that if I was selected, I will do my work best. Like this, our application letter should be in 4 to 5 lines, and also it should be clearly, and facts and brief should have our letter. So your writing should be in also a paragraph. This is the example I took only the application, but in other letters you can write in complaint letters. They should be, you should be written in a paragraphic way. First, in paragraphic way you should explain that like the problems, and in the second paragraph there should be remedies for that problem. Concluding paragraph, while writing rest of the part, while concluding in the paragraph in complaint letter, you should conclude like in this way: I kindly request to have you kind attention and hope you will find the solution to the problem as soon as possible. This is the concluding way of your letter to the complaint letter. And closing subscription, it should be complimentary closing. That complimentary closing, as usually everyone writes at the center part, or else you can write at the left part of your letter thanking you. So last and next step, it's subscription. Subscription means yours faithfully, yours obedient, Gunashekara. Like this, your letter should end with the subscriptions, yours faithfully. And enclosure, as the official letter must and should, it should include the enclosure, like if any leave application, application for the TC, application for opening, transfer of the bank account, complaint letters, letter of seeking information, letter of giving information, and insertion letters. Like this, everyone, it includes the enclosures. So as I step by step I said that the letter writing should first, it should be at the left part, as I shown in this example. From address, that is sender's address, it's in the left part. Gunashekara number 234 first cross, Raintree Palace, Andheri, East Mumbai. After leaving one line, there is a date. The date should be in an ordinal form. Leaving another one line, we should write the receiver's address. As I shown, receiver's address, the HR manager, aviations pharma, Gandhi Chowk, Delhi. Leaving another one line, there should be a salutation, dear sir or madam. And that next step is the subject, writing a subject, leaving one line. Subject should be in a one line, that application for the post of a accountant assistant. And next part, it is the body of the letter. I came to know from your advertisement published in the Deccan Herald on 10th April 2020 that you have a vacancy of the post of accountant assistant in your esteemed organization. Since I met all the required qualification and experience, I assure you, sir, if I am selected, I will do my best. This is the body of the text. It should be a firm and accuracy. And next, salutation, it's thanking you. Last one is the subscriptions, yours faithfully, Gunashekara. And another one more is that enclosures like that resume. He had applied for the accountant assistant, his name, everything it includes. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you.